Alright, YouTube, this is the air pump for a 96 Ford E350 Econoline E250 Econoline. I took the air hose, disconnected the radiator line from that hose right there because it was in the way, and then there's that lower hose right there that was in the way too. So anyway, need a 1/2 inch socket, and 13 millimeter is what I used on some of the bolts. There are a couple different sizes. Anyway, so over here, this is the old pump. As you can see, it's rusty. It's got it was locked up. It was squealing pretty bad. And this is the mount, I guess, assembly. It's got the regular idler pulley, the tensioner pulley, and then the air pump. It has 3 holes, 3 bolts that hold the alternator in place. You have to take that off to get it out of the way. This bolt right here holds the air pump in place, and also there's a bolt on the bottom there. Mine didn't actually come with the bottom bolt. The guy I got it back from the shop from only left it with that bolt. But anyway, so looking inside of here, there's that bolt hole right there, and then one more right there, and then you come on this side right there is the last one. That bolt hole, that bolt is very difficult to get out. Very difficult to get out. You have to have an angled socket to get it. Now, if I would have known a little bit ago that my air pump only had one bolt on it, I probably wouldn't have taken this whole thing off, because the way that mine was hooked up, I could simply take the hose off of there and the hose off of the back side and simply remove that bolt there, and it would have come loose quite easily. I've actually been jacking around with this thing for about 3 hours now, and kind of frustrated. So anyway, I'm about to mount it, stick it in place, and take that one back to O'Reilly's and get my money back. So that air pump right there was 180 something bucks at O'Reilly's, and the pulley wheel was 25, I think. So I'm going to be able to reuse the old pulley off of the old pump. Unfortunately, it just took so long to get it off of here. Now, this space right here, I had to take off the air intake manifold, you know, where the air filter is. I had to take out the alternator, disconnect it from the battery before disconnecting the alternator. And also, one thing I found was this wire was loose. So ever since I bought the van about 1.5 years ago, the battery would kind of tick to the low side, you know, kind of erratically, not very regularly, I guess, but that's definitely what it was. A loose connection. It came right off as soon as I wiggled the alternator. That sucker popped right off. So obviously, if I didn't have the battery unhooked, this would have been live, and it would have been slapping around in here and causing some problems. But anyway, so once I get the pump put onto the mounting kit, one bolt goes there, one bolt goes there, and another bolt goes there. So those are the 3 holes where the bolts go, and then there's one more bolt on the bottom, but that doesn't have anything to do with the air pump. So once I get done mounting it, I'll put the assembly back here, I'll put the alternator back in place, put these hoses together, put the air intake back on there, and fire it right up. Alright, so this is what it looks like with everything back in place. I've got the air pump down there on the bottom, the alternator right there, tensioner pulley, the idler pulley, the tensioner pulley is right there, and got the battery hooked up. I'm in the process of hooking up the serpentine belt, but yeah, that's everything right there. It's kind of hard to see because it's nighttime, but it wasn't hard, but it definitely wasn't easy. I'll get you another video in the morning when it's bright outside. Well, so this is everything hooked up. I don't know if you can see it too good or not, but down there is the new pulley and the new pump. Well, the old pulley, but the new pump. And as you can see, everything is running. Everything's good to go, no squeaking, nothing like that. So that's it. Changing out the air pump on the 350, 250 Econoline.